What's up, everybody? It's Alex from Heavy New York. We are back at Warsaw Concerts in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, and today we are here with the Richmond Thrasher Bastards, Municipal Waste.
Hello.
Thank you, Tony, for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's so awesome to have you here. Your latest full-length record is Slime and Punishment, right? Let's just give a rundown on the record cycle thus far with it.
Oh, wow, shit. Well, it was weird. We started on, I guess, Warped Tour, and we did 9 weeks on that, and then went to Europe. So, yeah, we've been actually going hard. We never really did, like, a proper club tour. We did a small run with, well, no, we did the Exodus run, too. Yeah, so, yeah, we're just out on tour again. What up?
Yeah. Well, it's great that you're doing this because the Exodus tour show got snowed out when that was supposed to hit.
Snowed out, and it like barely snowed that day.
Yeah.
Tragic. Yeah, it sucked.
And I had jury duty that day anyway, so I wasn't gonna make it.
People were like sending me photos, like they're like, "Man, it barely snowed. What kind of shit is that?" It wasn't us. It was Live Nation pulled it.
Yeah.
And there was nothing we could do about it. It was like
Well, Live Nation's making up for it today at this awesome venue.
Yeah, this is great. This is really cool. I've never been here before, so this is a great surprise.
But what I was always curious about with Municipal Waste is that you guys really have a distinct sound that really defines you guys. So with the making of each record, do you have a formula that you tend to stick with, or has the making of every record been like a new approach and a new experience?
I think the writing process changed a little bit with the addition of having Nick in the band. But, I mean, we're just trying to write, like, ripping crossover kind of, metal punk shit.
Yeah.
That's our process, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, each guy brings their riffs, and we just kind of sort out what's catchy and what we can work with and what we like and what we don't like. And the last record, Slime, took a really long time. We basically, like, wrote a record, scrapped it, went back to it, fixed stuff, scrapped shit. Went back. I mean, it was like we were overanalyzing everything, and then it got to the point where it's like, fuck, we got to do this. But it came out like, I mean, we're really happy with the final product, and like, we actually play more songs. This is the first album we've done where we play a lot of songs off of it. Like even when we did Art of Partying, we would only play like 3 songs off Art of Partying, and then like
everybody wants to hear
shit.
the
And then
old shit.
and then then it kind of progresses later on. We play more of that shit, and then. Yeah, it's just weird. But now this album, we're actually doing a lot of new songs as well as a lot of old shit.
Which is awesome. You ever worried that the stuff you like scrapped is going to be on like a B-side record and just be the biggest hit you guys ever have?
No, we never actually like did a proper recording of the songs. Just like weird, shitty demos. It'll be like a demo with a practice space recording. With like a phone getting recording, and then like me at home demoing vocals over it. That's like the closest thing we have to demos of those scrap songs.
Yeah. Now, being a vocalist, do you need to hear music in order to come up with lyrics, or has there ever been a time where like your lyrical concepts ever determine the style of the music that you play?
I'll have concepts, and I'll have concepts and shit, ideas in my head, but like it's mostly like. Yeah, I guess sometimes I'll do that. Now, if I could like feel a song and be like, "Oh, that's what I'm gonna do here from this idea I have." I have a fucking phone full of ideas for both bands, so it's just like a list of each thing for each band.
Yeah, don't lose that phone. Otherwise,
I've lost some shit, man. I had this whole other band concept that I came up with when I was drunk one night. And I'm not going to say what it was, but it was fucking brilliant. And all the songs were so good. And then I lost all of it. And I'm like, and I can't think of any of it.
All the diehard fans watching this right now is going to lose sleep.
It was a totally different kind of band, too. And it was like really fucking cool. And I have the whole concept still, but like the whole like song titles and the thing I was going to do for the record is gone. And that really bummed me out.
Yeah, I'm pretty bummed out hearing that too. Now, being both the vocalist of Municipal Waste and Iron Reagan, I keep saying.
He asked me how to say Reagan earlier.
I mean, isn't it a good thing that I don't know how to say that
guy's
name?
Probably.
Yeah, but like, what I was curious about is how different of like a mind frame or songwriting process it is versus the two projects.
Reagan has more. It's more a lot of Ryan Parrish input.
Okay.
Everyone in Reagan writes. It's like every band member will sit with Ryan and like jam songs. I don't know. Reagan is weird. We write every record we write is kind of different. So it's it's just strange. Like this one, like Phil and Ryan have been sending each other songs, like riffs, and then Ryan will like put them together. Like they just try a different concept every time, which I think is pretty interesting. And it's also each dude is like battling each other to put the most riffs on a record.
Yeah. Does maybe like working with Iron Reagan or versus Municipal Waste, like does maybe working with those projects help you bring in some newer elements to another
Absolutely.
project?
It's just working with different people for any project just gives you a different mindset and a different perspective on like how you write shit. So it's cool. You're like, oh, that's a good idea. Like you learn from everybody. It's good to be in bands with people like that inspire you and like push you to be more creative.
Yeah. Now going back to Municipal Waste, I mean, you guys are very technically impressive, like with the riffs and the vocals and everything. But you know, from looking at your band merch and even just talking to you on the way doing this interview, you guys definitely have like a sense of humor and stuff to it and the art of partying. But you know, is there a moment in Municipal Waste where there is stuff that's taken seriously in songwriting?
Yeah, I mean, we take the music, the sound, and everything very seriously. We don't we don't just shit things out. Maybe when we first started, we did because we really didn't give a fuck at that time. But now it's more like we really care about what we're doing. I mean, it's not just people think we're a lot smarter than people think we are. So let's just put it that way.
That's actually a good way of putting it.
but say it wrong.
We
smarter than you think the way it is.
Now, what I was always curious about is being that Municipal Waste has thrash elements, punk elements, hardcore elements. Is it fair to say that you guys like to experiment with different sounds in your music?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like we're not gonna get fucking Saint Anger on that ass or anything like that, which I kind of like. I've been listening to Saint Anger lately. I'm starting to fuck with it. But anyway, yeah, I mean, we're not gonna like.
I love Morbid Angels, Divinium, and Sanus.
Yeah, yeah, it's like I don't know. I like some of that shit. Like I like when bands get weird. Reagan's easier to do weird stuff with. I think it's just because it's a newer band. Waste has just kind of like our own formula, and it's like, I mean. I don't want to change what we're doing. I just want to play like ripping, fast, fun shit with this band. I'm not gonna do a fucking acoustic song. Like, who wants to fucking hear that?
Yeah.
You want to hear me sing? Really? Come on, give me a break.
Yeah, we've heard enough Sweet Child of Mine's, right?
That's how shitty what Waste sounds right now. I go yell in front of a bunch of people.
I'm pretty sure there'll be plenty of people though who are curious to hear what a Municipal Waste love ballad would be like.
See.
Yeah.
We have one. It was called Boner City.
Okay.
It was on a B-side for Earache, I think, a long time ago. So we have love songs.
Awesome.
Many love songs.
And the final question I'd like to ask you is, a lot of people call you the Big Four of Richmond, Virginia. You, Lam Agha, Guar, and Cannabis Corpse, I think.
Oh, Cannabis? I would say we're like Windhand.
Oh, okay.
Or Inner Arma, too. I don't know, man. Cannabis Corpse and... There's so many good bands from Richmond that are ripping it up right now.
Yeah, I saw Cannabis Corpse with Soulfly last year, and I was just blown away. So, but being that there's so many awesome bands from Richmond, is it kind of like two questions in one? Was it kind of easier to start a band coming from that scene? And like, do you like pretty much there was a scene that you guys cut your teeth in, or did you need to go outside your state lines in order to get your name out there?
No, Richmond was just cool because you don't realize. Just because you're surrounded by so many talented people that it's just kind of like this weird bar that's set that you don't even fucking play unless you gotta like really be good or like I don't know, it's just not to fuck up because it's like you gotta fucking work hard, but it's inspiring. Like you see all these bands, like there's bands coming out right now like that are not even like 2 years old that are ripping it up in Richmond right now, and they're just like. It's crazy. It's like, where the fuck are all these talented people coming from? But it's cool. Yeah. I mean, you could see the craziest shit just like going down the street, like 2 blocks from my house and just see a killer house show. Like, I don't know. It's cool. It's a real strong scene. We're lucky. We had a lot of really good venues. We just lost one that's a really sad one. Strange Matter was like the sickest venues, like the CBGBs of Richmond. They're talking about closing, but it's closed down a couple times in the past. So hopefully someone will step up.
Yeah.
Maybe one of our rich people that we know in bands Oh my God, I should like cough up some dough and save the place. Maybe.
Well, hey, isn't the governor of Virginia now like a huge fan of you?
No, we're buddies. He's not really a metalhead, dude. But yeah, it'd be cool. I wish we could like do something, or like bands like could get stuff together and like save that place, because I really hope something happens there, because it really is part of the reason why like the metal scene and just the music scene there is so strong, because you can just, there's always some place to play,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's always remarkable that I would talk to people who grew up there, and they would say, "Oh yeah, I saw Lam Agha when they were Burn the Priest, and like they played for like 6 people at this DIY spot."
Yeah, I've seen them at a house a few times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're great dudes, man. They're awesome.
Awesome.
They come from the same shit.
Exactly. And it seems like there was like a hardcore scene. There was like a real hardcore scene there, right? Like I know that
There still is. Yeah, I mean it's there's every kind of genre of music, and there's like killer bands from all those genres. It's insane.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have Richmond.
Yeah.
As long as VCU doesn't fuck it up, which they're really doing a good job of doing so.
So before we go, I'd like to thank you so much. That was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. There's a spirit in here. I bet this place is haunted, isn't it? Is it haunted?
All venues are haunted. The
Sick.
first time I did an interview at the Gramercy Theater, when like 2 hours before doors, it was like the creepiest place I've ever seen in my life.
I love that. This venue in Worcester is super haunted, and so they actually did a Ghost Hunters episode there, and so I'm always curious about it. So whenever we play there, I just start asking people that work there shit. I'm like, yo, you see anything? You see anything? And one of the lighting guys, like the guys that like set up the lighting rigs, he's like, dude, I was in here by myself one night, and he goes, you see that window? And it was like the projection window, like way up top of the huge theater. He's like, I just saw a dude staring at me through that projection window, and I was like, oh, that's creepy. He goes, that shit has been like, there, you can't get in that room. It's cemented off. And he said, there's just like a dude like watching him out the.
That's actually pretty. That's got to be the best place to play a metal show.
It's cool. It doesn't sound too great there, but it's fun to play.
Yeah.
Because the spirits are doing the sound too.
So before we go, Slime and Punishment is now hitting almost the 2-year mark. Is there just anything?
That sucks. Is it really 2 years?
2017, right? 2009.
God damn.
Can we just
Yeah,
can we be expecting anything new from Municipal Waste or Iron Reagan?
We got new Waste shit coming out. We actually finished recording it right before this, and I'm really fucking proud of it. It's fucking killer. It's like 4 songs, brand new shit we wrote for the EP, and it fucking rips. And we're just trying to figure out who's gonna do the art. And I mean, it's almost done. The second we get the art done, it's out.
Awesome.
Yeah, so there'll be new Waste shit early next year.
Awesome. We're looking forward to it.
You heard it here first. I think that might be the first time we talked about that. So yeah.
Thank you. Woo. I'm going to share this at midnight. But thank you so much, Tony, for your time.
Much.
Everybody, Tony of Municipal Waste and Iron Reagan, be sure to pick up Slime and Punishment if you haven't already. Catch them on their tour with Toxic Holocaust, and we'll see you next time on Heavy New York, everybody.